Hey everyone, it's Meg, and as you know by the title, we're going to be building a wizard statue. I'm so happy that this was suggested because, to be quite honest, it was a lot of fun to design. So we're just going to jump straight into building, but before we do, I just want to mention we are doing him in sections, so we're going to be starting with his body first, then we'll add on his additional details like his beard and his hat after we're done with everything else. Okay, let's go. We will be starting with the middle layer as always, and for his robe you could do any colors you want, but for mine I'm going to be using blue and cyan terracotta. I'll show you how to build the colored version, although you could alternatively replace everything with stone instead if you wanted a stone statue. Now that we have our middle layer done, we're just going to continue to add a layer on each side until it's done. Each side will be slightly different because of the pose he is making. And now we actually have something that he can stand on this layer. I know that first layer was a little bit weird that he was just connected to the ground with the robe, but now he has a little bit of a leg to stand on. Third layer is very similar to the second layer. We still have a few more blocks to place for his leg, and just adding on to the robe. You'll see on the left side we have this one block that's floating there, and that's there for a reason, so you might want to leave it there. And on the right side, you can see we have extra blocks on the upper half of his body since he is raising his arm on this side. On layer 4, we will be finishing his legs and feet completely, so now we just have to focus on his robe and his arms. Moving on to layer 5, it's going to be the same old thing, but look, he's got an arm on this side. Progress! We are building his arms from different perspectives, so it might look a little weird. The left one we're building from the side, and the right one we're building from the front view. On layer 6, we're going to get the robe touching the ground, but it's not quite finished yet, and then adding a little more to the arms. Once you have layer 6 done on the left side, we have just one more layer for this side, and that is to complete the robe. And those are just a few blocks on that bottom edge. But now we just have a couple more layers to do on the right side. So we'll finish the robe just like we did on the left, but we also need to add a couple blocks to the arm. We just have 2 more layers to add to the side, and that's just to finish off his hand. He is going to have his hand in a cup-like shape, as much as it can be a cup-like shape, since he will be holding his wizardly staff when we're done. Now we're done with the robe and the body, so we can move on to other things. Oops, never mind, we're not done with the robe yet. I'm going to add these extra blocks to the back of the robe at random just to make it look a little more flowy and a little more interesting. Now the next step is to add his beard, and I'm going to be using quartz for this since it has very handy dandy slabs and stairs we can use. So you're going to want to make sure you place one block in these little corner pieces here and then place one block out. And we'll also be placing a full block right below those in this triangle shape. Now taking a stair block, we're going to place 3 on the top, make sure the 2 outer ones are corner stairs, and then underneath those other blocks we'll place an upside down stair. Then we'll put a slab right in the middle, and now he has a mouth. On each side we're going to be placing 3 full blocks, a stair on the bottom edge, and a slab under that. Let's go ahead and do that same thing on the other side. Now along the back, we're just going to place 3 upside down stairs, connecting the 2 sides. Now for his hat, I'm going to be using stone brick just because it has slabs and stairs. Another good alternative would be nether brick, but it really just all depends on what color you want his hat to be. Looking at the top layer of his head, we're going to place blocks all the way around the back 3 edges, but then have 3 upper slabs on the front part. In front of those 3 slabs, we're going to place stairs on either side with a bottom slab between them, as well as a bottom slab on those corners. Moving around to the side, we're going to put stairs on the corners with a couple bottom slabs in between those. In the back, it's going to be a little bit trickier. We're going to be making a staircase of sorts using slabs with a full block in the middle. And on the other side, it's going to be just like it was on the right, the 2 stairs on the corners with the bottom slabs in between. Now that we have the base of the hat done, we're going to do the rest of it using some layers, and this will make it just a little bit easier as we finish building it. That 3x3 area will be the part that's covering his head. You'll see those double bars, and those will represent stairs that are facing outward from those blocks. So on the second layer, we're going to be doing the same thing. We have just a couple of blocks with stairs facing outward on all of the edges. Now this third layer is going to be a little bit trickier. The circles represent slabs, and the front slab will be a bottom slab, while the back slab will be an upper slab. The next layer, we're making this zigzag pattern with a stair facing outward. And when you have all of those layers done, we're just going to place one more stair underneath that last stair we placed, which will be upside down. That is, after all, the point of this build. Now, one more thing we have to add is his staff, and you can use any type of wood you want and just create a curved or even a straight pole that goes to the ground. Really, it could be any shape you want it to be, but I'm going to make mine really twisted. And to make this build a little more magical, I'm going to place some blue glass around his other hand. I wonder what spell he's conjuring up this time. And now I can officially say that this wizard is completed. And just for sake of demonstration, here is what he would look like if you had decided to do stone instead of a colored block. I do prefer the colored one since he does look a little more lifelike. Maybe a little too lifelike. Okay, let's go on to the outro. Hi guys, I'm going to do this outro really fast because this wizard is really angry and I think he's going to destroy me, so if you did like the video, please be sure to leave a like or a comment, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more tutorials, and I am out of here. Bye!